This is our Hudson Valley Showcase, where we bring in properties throughout the Hudson Valley, and it's a unique opportunity for brokers and site selectors to kind of visit with property owners and get a better sense of the properties that are available throughout the entire Hudson Valley.
I do appreciate everyone coming out to 360 Hamilton Avenue, which is our flagship building. About 11 years ago, we opened up this lobby in similar form and fashion after the building sat dormant for about 10 years. So when you're talking about redevelopment of properties, this was a classic example.
I'm optimistic. We have a new administration coming in, a governor who understands that New York needs to be more competitive, that we need to be the Empire State once again, and HVEDC has kind of laid the groundwork for what should be the best economic development program for the state. And so we're looking forward to working with the new governor and really having successful 2011, 2012 and beyond.
I think there's more confidence in the market. We've seen some increase in percentages, but we're going into 2011 very hopeful.
Well, we're seeing increased activity here, particularly in the second half of 2010. We're getting a lot of attention from data centers. We're working with some biomed clusters, so we're hopeful. I think there's a lot of pent-up demand that has not been released over the last couple of years, and that will happen, and we're hoping that it's 2011.
Well, I would say I'm cautiously optimistic. After a couple of years where it had clearly been different and off from 2007, we started the last quarter of 2008. We started to see some things, I'd say, in the last 6 months where people are starting to look ahead, look for new projects, consider this part of New York State as a place to grow and invest. And we are, as I'd say, cautiously optimistic that we've turned the corner and we're going to go forward this year.
We believe the Hudson Valley is really going to be leading the New York recovery. We're very fortunate to have a new Governor-elect Cuomo, that will be starting in January. We plan on working very closely with the administration, and we think that there's a lot of activity, a lot of interest in the Hudson Valley right now.
I think obviously we've been through some very difficult times. I think people are satisfied a little bit with what the county executive of Westchester is doing, balancing the checkbook of the county, which is an important first step for business. I think business wants to understand exactly what their costs are going to be, and Westchester County should do a lot better in the coming years than they've done in the last couple based on the global recession.
I think people are getting more confident. I think the less government does, the better we all are in terms of people being able to move forward and make plans. And I think people are talking about jobs, but HVEDC is actually creating jobs and bringing jobs here.
You know, we saw some incredible activity perk up towards the end of 2010. We started to see some new firms move into the county. One that we recently announced was Sabra Dipping Company, a very well-known food product company from across the country, international company in fact, and they're moving their corporate headquarters here to Westchester County. And we're starting to see some other firms move up from New York City, come in from Connecticut into Westchester, because we believe that the platform that we've put out there from a business perspective, using Westchester County, proclaiming it as New York's intellectual capital, has been paying off for us, and we think we're going to be able to capitalize on that as we go into 2011.